Hello again, everybody. I'm Paul the Nitro Skyriser, and welcome to part 1 of this 3-part episode of the Nitro Corner. Glad that you could join us. This is part 1 of the Nitro Corner. We're going to start with the newswire, and we've broken it up into 2 parts here. The first part, I'm going to look at the WWE Draft itself. I'm going to give you the entire draft roster and give you my thumbs up and thumbs down as to how much of an impact will this particular individual make on either Raw or SmackDown. But I will go on record saying that the rules of the draft were stupid to begin with. Each brand should have gotten just one pick. One pick. That's it. All the other ones could be negotiated behind the scenes. But otherwise, I'm not here to run the rules here. I'm just here to give you my opinion about the draft picks. So without any further ado, let's get started, shall we? We'll begin first with the Raw roster. Number 1 pick was Seth Rollins. That is a thumbs up for me. Obviously, Seth Rollins is the game changer for Monday Night Raw. He is your top guy right now on the Raw roster. He is your top heel, so I agree with that. Excuse their little fly. Number 2 is Charlotte. That's a thumbs up. She used to be the women's champion. Unfortunately, she lost that belt to Sasha Banks. But she is one of your top heel lady wrestlers. So, yeah, I will agree that's a big thumbs up also for Raw. Finn Balor from NXT is number 3. Big thumbs up for him. He produced big-time dividends by not only pinning Rusev in that fatal 4-way match, but pinning Roman Reigns in the same night in the main event. Really puts himself over and gives you a huge main event between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins for the Universal title. I'll explain more about that in part 2 of the Nitro Corner. Roman Reigns, number 4, down. Is it me, or has he gained 10-15 pounds? He just doesn't have that oomph anymore as a wrestler. Look at his Superman punch. Before, he could get some good elevation. After he got back from suspension, not so much. I think he needs to go on a weight management program, drop about 10-15 pounds. So, thumbs down to Roman on that. Brock Lesnar, number 5, down actually, because you're only going to get a one-time appearance by Brock Lesnar, and then what? You'll have a hole in your roster that size for Brock Lesnar. Not a good pick for Raw. New Day, thumbs up, way up. These guys are now the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions of all time. As far as I'm concerned, excuse me, of this modern era, not of all time. Of course, there's other teams like Demolition that have held it longer, but the New Day, top tag team right now, good pick by Raw. They are very entertaining as well. Sami Zayn, thumbs up. Based on his victory at Battleground, I'll talk more about that, but you got a very good future champion in Sami Zayn on your roster. Sasha Banks, thumbs way up, the new women's champion. Congratulations to her. I'll talk more about that in part 2. Once again, now your top babyface woman wrestler on Raw as well. Very good stuff by Sasha Banks, the boss. Chris Jericho, thumbs down. How much longer can you put Chris Jericho in the mid-card status before you realize maybe his time has passed a little bit here? If you're going to put him in a mid-card status, fine, but he's not really that exciting anymore as far as I'm concerned. So thumbs down. Rusev, thumbs down. If you're becoming too dominant as a champion, then nobody is really going to come out to see you. Look at how Detroit's Big Time Wrestling went out of business. Too much of the Sheik victorious over other baby faces, not giving that strong push for the baby face to beat the heel. I think that's what's happening with Rusev. Just too dominant for angle-wise to have that type of dominance for your champion. So thumbs down to Rusev. Kevin Owens, thumbs down based on the fact that he should have been picked higher. He should have been your number 1 pick or your number 2 pick. I keep telling you people, he is the ultimate rule breaker in this business. No doubt about it. He should have been picked higher. So thumbs down based on the fact that he was picked 11th. He should have been picked number 1 or number 2. Enzo and Cass, thumbs up to them. Up and coming good tag team, good strong rapport with the fans. So I kind of give them a thumbs up on that. Gallows and Anderson, thumbs down. just plain vanilla, man. Yeah, they're a strong, dominant team, but they're plain vanilla. They ain't got no promo skills. They're trying, but it's not getting over, so thumbs down to that. Big Show, thumbs down. Really? How long is the Big Show going to keep wrestling? Not too much longer. Against Shaquille O'Neal at WrestleMania upcoming in April. Really, folks? Thumbs down to the Big Show on that. Nia Jax, thumbs up. The future of the women's division is Nia Jax. Very impressive athlete. To say the least. Nia Jax, definitely be on the lookout for her. She's from NXT. Neville, up. I give him a thumbs up on that. He is returning. He looks solid this past Monday night on Raw. Expect big things out of Neville in the near future. Big thumbs up for that. Cesaro, thumbs up, especially for his shoot promo. He is hungry to be a superstar here. He has the hunger, the desire. He wants to succeed, move up to the very top level. That's a good sign. I'll talk about Cesaro's shoot promo in part 3 of the Nitro Corner coming up. Sheamus, thumbs down. Same thing. He's kind of stagnant right now as far as I'm concerned. So thumbs down to Sheamus on that. The Golden Truth. I'll give them a slight thumbs up. They're a very entertaining duo, but if they want to get serious, they need to start winning more matches. The Golden Truth, a slight thumbs up. Very comical team, but they need to start winning some matches. Titus O'Neil, thumbs up. Great future for him in the Raw roster. Very strong, very agile. Really took Rusev to the limit. I think Rusev should have been booked to win the United States title for Rusev, as far as I'm concerned. But big thumbs up to Titus O'Neil. Paige, number 21. Down. I'm sorry. I think Paige's course has ran out of time. I think I wouldn't be too surprised to see her get released probably by next year. I think she's run her course in the WWE. Darren Young with Bob Backlund. Thumbs way up. This is what's working right now. The crossface chicken wing given from Bob Backlund, who I respect as a champion, to Darren Young. The looking of the hands. This is brilliant because now the student is becoming the teacher, so to speak, and the teacher is really knowing that the student is going to become a champion. I look for big things out of those two on Raw. Big thumbs up for that. Sin Cara, down. Thumbs down. Again, after breaking up with the Kalisto and the Lucha Dragon, Sin Cara really is going nowhere. I think I'll not be too surprised to see his release probably by next year as well. Jack Swagger, thumbs down. I would expect him to be released by next year as well. He's not really doing much for either roster. Dudley Boys, thumbs down. Sorry guys, I think you ran your course. I think no one's buying into Bubba Ray and Devon anymore on the WWE roster. Sorry guys, you ran your course, so thumbs down for that. Summer Rae, thumbs down. Waste of time as far as I'm concerned. What else can you offer besides a bikini photo shoot? Not really much else, so thumbs down to Summer Rae. Mark Henry, not buying it, thumbs down there. What is Mark Henry going to do? I would think that Mark Henry probably will retire by next year. I think he had his good run here in the WWE. No offense to Mark Henry, but I think they have run the course with Mark Henry. Braun Strowman, number 28, thumbs up. Here's your next big guy that's really going to be dominant here on the Raw roster. Braun Strowman, look out for him. Bo Dallas, thumbs up. Now that he's going back to the Bo Lee, if the creative team can push that, I think that Bo Dallas is going to become a superstar in the very near future here on Raw. Very good athlete. The Shining Stars, question mark. I don't know where they're going with this. I've only seen them maybe once or twice, but Primo and Epico, they need to do something else, because I'll settle it on a question mark on that. Alicia Fox, down. I think she'll be released by next year as well. I think they run the course with her. Dana Brooke, up. Now that she is now the official protege of Charlotte, expect Dana to be the enforcer, so to speak, behind Charlotte, trying to regain her championship. And Curtis Axel, thumbs up. I think that Curtis Axel has now the opportunity to really expand on being Curtis Axel. So that's the Raw roster. Let's take a look now at the SmackDown roster, if I may. Dean Ambrose, #1 pick, thumbs up. What a great WWE champion and what a hard worker he is. Great work rate. That's what you need on a SmackDown brand, thumbs up. AJ Styles, thumbs up. Now let's see what he does on his own. He had to be bad to be good. Now that he's without the club, let's see how he really shines on the as an individual rule breaker on the SmackDown roster. So thumbs up. John Cena, thumbs up. You got the franchise on your SmackDown brand and it can still go. I kind of agree. It's going to be a good fit for SmackDown. Excuse there. Randy Orton, #4. Thumbs up for Randy. He's making a comeback. Barring any future injuries, we might see the Viper at his most vicious at SummerSlam and beyond. Bray Wyatt, thumbs up. The Eater of Souls really has embraced that Kevin Sullivan type of character. As long as he continues to do that, I expect big things out of Bray Wyatt. So thumbs up to that. Becky Lynch, #6, thumbs up to her. Now she has an opportunity to really be one of the top divas top women wrestlers, on the SmackDown roster. Right now she got even with Natalya, but I like to see her go against the future of the ladies division, as we'll soon attest here on this draft list. #7, The Miz with Maurice. Down. I think the Hollywood gimmick has outlived its usefulness as far as I'm concerned. Miz and Maurice need to focus on wrestling instead of Hollywood. #8, Baron Corbin. Down. I think he could have been a little bit higher, maybe 4th. Here's a good rule breaker, a good solid worker, maybe a Stan Hansen type of wrestler that can really go. I think he could have been picked a little bit higher there. American Alpha, #9 from NXT. Thumbs up. Here is that Kurt Angle type team that knows how to wrestle. I'm very excited to see what they can do on the SmackDown roster. Dolph Ziggler, thumbs up, especially after winning the 6-pack challenge to get a title shot at SummerSlam against Dean Ambrose. Looking forward to that match as well on SmackDown. Natalya, thumbs down. Her stock is on the downswing since she didn't beat Charlotte for the women's title. And her now attempted rule-breaking persona is not really getting over with the fans, so thumbs down on that. Alberto Del Rio, thumbs down. I don't know where Del Rio's going to go from here now. I think he's done quite a bit. I think he's like Paige. I think he's outlived his usefulness. I wouldn't be too surprised to see him re-released again next year. The Usos, down. Like I said, where's the Usos going to go? Unless they have something big and planned for them, I think they're going to swim in mediocrity on SmackDown. Kane, down. See Kane retire by next year, folks. That's all I'm going to say about Kane. Kalisto, thumbs up. Now is the opportunity for Kalisto to really shine. He proved himself to be a singles champion by being the United States Heavyweight Champion on 2 different occasions. I believe Kalisto can go far on the SmackDown roster. Naomi, it's a thumbs up to her. She could be a rival of Becky Lynch. She has the attitude. Now she gets it. And now that she's got the attitude behind her, expect some good things out of Naomi on SmackDown. Ascension, thumbs down. The idea's outlived its usefulness as far as I'm concerned. I see nothing impresses me about the Ascension. Zack Ryder, thumbs up. The Long Island IC's experiencing a second life and using it to its fullest advantage. I see plenty of good stuff coming out of Zack Ryder on the SmackDown roster in the near future. Apollo Crews, thumbs up. This kid has got the agility, strength, and speed. I think he's going to be the next mega superstar on the SmackDown roster. Look for him, Apollo Crews, in the very near future. #20, Alexis Bliss from NXT. Thumbs up to her. Just more fresh talent coming in there. Alexa has that attitude also that comes in there. That's important for what you need to bump up your women's division on the SmackDown roster. Breezango, thumbs up. An arrogant tag team of Fandango and Drew Brees. And this team combined together could really become one of the arrogant tag teams that people really despise if it's done right. So thumbs up to them. Eva Marie, number 22, down. I don't know yet about this Hollywood gimmick. If it's over, fine. It does good. But I haven't really seen much out of Eva Marie for me to make a comment on. So thumbs down for the time being. The Vaudevillains, thumbs down. Too much heat in the dressing room, huh, Simon Gotch? Got your behind kicked by Sin Cara. Really? That's a good way to get heat. I think the Vaudevillains are going to be split up by the end of the year. You could count on that. Eric Rowan, thumbs down. He's going to be lost in the shuffle. His identity was with the Wyatt family, but how can you commercialize or get Eric Rowan over to the fans? How is he marketable to the fans? I don't know. Do you? I think he's going to be lost in the shuffle. Mojo Rawley from NXT, number 25, thumbs up for him. Big, strong, got a positive attitude. He's really hype, and that's a really good gimmick to really capitalize on. Mojo Rawley, keep a lookout for him. And finally, number 26, Carmella, NXT, thumbs up all the way. I can sense that Long Island Princess gimmick working, and she has the skills to back it up. I'll have to see that, but if she has a good skill set to back it up, I see a lot of big things out of this Long Island Princess, Carmella, for SmackDown. And finally, Mr. Undrafted, the Stone Cold of the draft, Heath Slater, undrafted. This is a big thumbs up. Can you imagine Heath Slater going on each and every week on Raw and SmackDown, interrupting things? This can be huge. He is undrafted. He can be unpredictable. Heath Slater, Mr. Undrafted. This is going to bring the unpredictability to both rosters that they need. Well, let me see if there's any more. No, there's not. There you have it, folks. There's the draft picks. My thumbs up and thumbs down overall. Raw, I think I'm going to give it a thumbs up. They had some pretty good picks down here this year. They can shuffle up in between cards. SmackDown, also a thumbs up. They got a good, strong core base in your women's and your young talent, and a good, solid main eventers in Cena and Ambrose. So really, it's kind of a tie as to who really won the draft. So both organizations get a big thumbs up for me. That is it for part 1 of the Nitro Corner. Coming up in part 2, I will continue the newswire. We'll have results from Battleground, the WCW. I keep saying that. The CWC Classic. First round action, we'll take a look at that, and I'll give you a couple thumbs up and thumbs down from Battleground. And then in part 3, we'll get into some analysis. Stay tuned, everybody. Part 2 is coming up.